This afternoon, the Secretary for Education, Honorable Julius Migosi Ogamba, who was accompanied by the Principal Secretary for Higher Education, Dr. Beatrice Muganda, Inyangala. They witnessed the signing of the return to work formula between public universities and university staff unions. The signing ceremony took place at the ministry's Jogo House B offices, which brought to an end to the strike that was called by Wasu, Kusu, and Kudeiha, Kudhehiha. And this means universities will now go back to class with appropriate measures put in place to ensure that the students recover the lost about 49 days. Present were also the Principal Secretary for State Department for Basic Education, Professor Julius Bitok. But the big question in this one I'm asking is it the first time the lecturers are going on strike? Of course, it's not the first time. And if it's not the first time, are we going to have a long-lasting solution for this? Definitely no. Governments always come up with short-term solutions ili yule ako in power pitie. And by the way, allow me to give you a history of the lecturers' strike. I did some writing here to make you understand maybe what we are talking about here. The lecturers' strike in Kenya has been a long-standing dispute between the lecturers and the government of the Republic of Kenya. And the long-standing disputes have been over pay, working conditions, and the failure of government or university management to implement agreed upon collective bargaining agreements, CBA. An implemented collective bargaining CBA has been sending lecturers to the streets. And the most frequent trigger of the strike is the failure to fully implement a signed CBA between the university staff unions like UASU, University's Academic Staff Union, and KUSU, Kenya University Staff Union, and the Interpublic Universities Council Consultative Forum, or the government. These agreements, the CBA outlines salary increments, allowances, and other benefits for the university staff. When the agreed upon amounts are not paid as per stipulated in the collective bargaining agreement, or the arrears often running into billions of shillings are delayed, the unions always issue a strike. Like now, I was researching on the amount of money the government owes the lecturers. It was upon 7.6 billion, something like that, 7.6 billion in arrears in totality. We have lecturers who often protest that their salaries are not commensurated with their qualifications. Hapo sasa tumeanza kuongelelea mambo ya promotions and the rising cost of living which has eroded their purchasing power. Historically, For those who have been in Kenya and who have been following such strikes, public university staff have always been arguing that their pay has not kept pace with increases enjoyed by other public sector positions. So lecturers in public universities believe that they are not paid up to the work they do across our universities. Let me give you 3 other core grievances that they have always raised besides the CPA. The CBA, not CPA. We have delayed or insufficient pay, irregular or delayed pay of monthly salaries, non-remittance of statutory deductions, universities failing to send money deducted from the staff salaries for taxes, loans and pension to the relevant third parties also propel the strike. Lack of comprehensive medical cover. Hii imekuwa shida kubwa hata kwa madaktari. Insurance cover, medical insurance covers. Sijui kwa nini naleta shida kubwa. Disputes over the provision and quality of staff medical schemes. Lastly, failure to conclude new CBAs. But then someone could ask me, Kaka, did lecturers begin to protest during William Ruto's tenure? During William Ruto's tenure, strikes are increasing because the government has failed to implement austerity measures. Let me ask you, how do you feel as a lecturer when your medical insurance is not covered or paid for? Universities refuse to remit your loans and other deductions, but you hear the president hired a 200 million chopper. Does it really make any sense? You are seated in your house and you're watching news. CBA yenu bado haijakuwa implemented. Mumeenda mgomo uko tu nyumbani saa moja, you're watching news and all of a sudden, pa! William Ruto donates 300 million in West Pokot. Hey! Haya. Tena kidogo kidogo. Umenyamaza kidogo kidogo unasikia? 10 billion lost from e-citizen. Na huko kidogo kidogo, next news item unasikia? The government paid 50,000 ghost students. Serikali tuma capitation to schools ya 50,000 ghost students. Kidogo kidogo unasikia? The government have been sending capitation to ghost schools. So unajiuliza, is it about lack of money? Ama pengine kuna watu wanatukulia? So lack of austerity measure in William Ruto's government. Extravagance increasing in William Ruto's government. That is why you hear frequent strikes. But then, you know, lecturers strike dates back to 1993. Ndio ilianza. But in essence, while strikes, dates, and figures change, the underlying cause start is almost always a breach of the existing agreement. Like now, there's a CBA that has never been signed or agreed since 2017, when William Ruto was the deputy president and Uhuru Kenyatta was the president. So William Ruto was still in power up to now. So then you are like wondering, ni pesa zimekosa serikali ama ni walaji ambao ni wengi? But then today they have agreed to end the strike. Let's hope what was agreed today is going to bear fruits tomorrow, because the strikes have become too much. God bless you. So the next episode, asanteni sana.